And it's Brock Gallant filling in for Shiloh Bellis on the old YouTube channel again today. And I'm being joined by the Prairie States guys. Thanks very much for joining me.
Thanks for having us.
So let's just do the catch up from the weekend that just passed. It was the Association of Country Music in Alberta. I believe that's the name of the association. And they had their award ceremony, and you guys nominated, for Rising Star? Is that the correct term? So you had 2 nominations and 2 wins, or 1? Tell us all about it.
4 nominations.
4 nominations?
Yeah, and 2 wins.
And 2 wins.
So we were nominated for Group or Duo, Album of the Year, Fans' Choice, and Rising Star. And we took home Fans' Choice and Rising Star. Very, very excited about that.
And Fans' Choice is always one that everybody loves to get their hands on, right?
Yeah, we're very fortunate that we have the fans that we do, and they've been supportive, from day one. So to get that one was it feels great. It feels great. It feels like they were almost awarded too.
Yeah.
For being there to support the band. So I was speaking with Brandy from Nice Horse earlier today, and she mentioned a kinship between the 2 bands. There seems to be similarities in a work ethic and the way that you approach music. What does a compliment like that mean to you guys as you're breaking in on the industry?
Well, Nice Horses, we're just kind of following the path they've forged, which is fantastic.
We're following their tracks.
Yeah, exactly. They're great, and they've been there to help us out along the way, and it's a huge compliment because, man, if we could open for the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band someday, that would be amazing.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
I think the kinship comes from just I think they don't take themselves extremely seriously. In front of cameras and stuff, they're always having a lot of fun. They take their music seriously, they take their performances seriously, but they're very light and they're having fun. They're having a good time, and I think that's how we approach it too. We don't want to come across like we're always so down and trying to be cool. We're having a blast, and but we do take our music seriously. So I think there's that we share that's our bond. So, and then, we work hard. They work hard, and we do too. We don't stop.
Awesome. Now, so I discovered the name of the band by going to the Facebook page for the association and seeing who was nominated and winning. And so then I went to Spotify and I started playing the music. And it was one of those rare occurrences where I was starting to formulate my thoughts on the band, and then I clicked About, and I read the bio, and I went, they nailed it. Like it's so rare that the bio nails the feeling of a band. But tell me a little bit about the sound that you've crafted and the path that you're on, sort of making your mark on country music with its own unique twists.
Yeah, I think at the beginning we were a different band name, which we were trying to follow something else, and then as we kind of started going on to form the band, Prairie States kind of came up, and our producer at the time, Jay Sparrow, he was like, just kind of do what feels right. So we kind of all together have differences, but we also like the same kind of music. So we starting the band, we kind of just, these are the songs we like. Let's put these on the record and see how it goes.
And it became, we stopped chasing something and decided to be ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where our unique sound came from. We call it rocking soul country. We bring all those influences together.
And I love the combination of the influences. And one of the things that I enjoyed immediately, so my background is as an outlaw country musician. All right, so just like you said, taking ourselves a little too seriously. We're badass country guys. But there is a uniqueness to your voice, and I think building around that is a not necessarily brave, but a bold move in the sense that your voice is not your classic George Jones. Well, she's hotter than a $2, and I mean that little southern dip down and low baritone voice. I mean, and it's not meant as an insult to anybody. Your Paul Brants or whatnot. It's just been a style that has almost dominated or defined country music in Canada for so long. Do you find any pushback on taking a path that is not a direct emulation of something before you? Is there ever that feeling like should we try to be more like somebody else, or because there's always the you question every decision you make as a band in some respect. How do you guys approach forging a bit of a new sound in a country scene?
Whenever we hop in front of at least radio personalities, they all love it. Personally, they love it. It may not fit their format, but that's okay. Like we're creating deep fans with just doing what we love to do and just being ourselves. So that's huge for us. So we might not fit that mold, but man, we're huge fans of Chris Stapleton and Eric Church, who are the leaders in country music right now, and they're on the outskirts-ish, I guess, but their stuff is awesome. And then we're also fans of filling in gaps with like things from like the Black Crowes or CCR or even some soul legends like Otis Redding, and like Matt's a huge fan of that, and it's just to build a base on things that you love. We'll never worry about what other people are thinking, but the general consensus that we hear from people in the industry is that they love the sound. It's something fresh, and they dig it. It may not make it on every station, but whatever, it's all good. No worries.
So what is the goal right now? I understand you guys are still fresh in your career, so you start to set those early goals. What are you looking to accomplish? Let's just go for 2019. What would be some of those things that when we do this call again later in the year and we go back and check on some of those things, what are some of the things that you would like to see happen for you guys in 2019?
Well, this morning we've been sitting down here for a couple hours planning the next 12 months out. We're going to be...
There must be a factor deadline coming up. Is that what it is? There's a factor deadline.
There's always a deadline. Always a deadline. Actually, yeah, it's just a few hours, isn't it? But yeah, we're recording new music. We've got some great producers lined up that we've been chatting with, and we're shooting a video on Monday for the single that we have out now, Just Maybe. We're approaching people to expand our team, get some help because we've been doing everything ourselves so far. We tracked the first single ourselves, and this time around we have some help from Bob Martineau, thank goodness.
And Bob is fantastic.
Sorry?
I said, and Bob is fantastic.
Oh yeah, he's so great. And yeah, I think a year from now we want to have our team growing and have a bunch of new music out for our fans, and have keep building on the momentum and successes that we've had.
We keep saying that we don't need to play every day. We don't need to be road dogs, but 30 significant big shows in a year, and I think a couple of tours, and then some festivals in there. That's the goal too, is like to get in front of new audiences across Canada, and on big stages. It's not just we don't want to grind it out in little bars anymore. We know that we can hit big stages and wow. So that's what we're looking for.
And one of the things that I talked about with Brandy earlier was how their social media and online presence help them build their team. So as you're looking to build your team, what are some of the things that you're consciously doing throughout the year to make sure that somebody looking in can quickly get up to date with the successes that you've been having throughout the year?
Yeah, that's definitely a full-time job in itself, honestly. We try not to. There's a delicate balance between keeping people informed and over-posting, and you got to walk that line carefully.
I think like Mike has been saying is be proactive instead of reactive. Planning what our next step is, especially like on social media. You can't be just you're like, oh, well, put that in there, yeah. I think there's a bit more planning to it now.
I think we're just gonna model whatever we do after what Nice Horse does. We're social media at like an Olympic level, so great. It's not. Yeah, there's established artists that don't have like up on major labels that don't have their act together like Nice Horse does. So I think we're gonna model our approach after how they do it, but.
Now, just so we're clear, I did take a good portion of the interview with Brandy talking about you guys. So this is not it's not just a one-way street. But we're talking about social media. One of the other things that can be beneficial is the weekend that just happened, winning those awards. To some people, it's viewed as associations being cliquey, or some people even view awards as tacky. How can you use those awards as peer recognition to continue building yourself as you move forward?
I think, we don't approach it, as a political thing. That's not how we're approaching it. We're approaching it genuinely. Like, we put our stuff up there. We said, hey, if you dig it, go ahead and vote for it. And, you just let it happen. And so I think we totally respect the recognition that those awards provide, and we are going to use those to try and secure funding so that we can continue on working independently as long as we can, because we know that we can do it. So
it also opens doors. When we planned our first radio tour, tracking it ourselves, it's a lot harder to when no one's ever heard of you and you have no recognition. This time around with a guy like Bob and winning Project Wild and winning 2 awards now, those doors open a lot easier.
And let's be real, this is how I discovered you guys today, and I'm mighty glad that I did. Thank you, gentlemen, for taking some time to talk with me today. Have you got anything coming up on the immediate horizon that we can promote? That people can grab hold of and be able to take in your efforts?
For sure. On Valentine's Day, knock on wood.
Well, hopefully on Valentine's Day.
We're going to release the video for Just Maybe. That'll be out online. And then we have a big show at the National Music Center March 23rd in Calgary. Tickets are on sale for that right now.
And then also, obviously, a Big Valley Jamboree, which is they've taken a chance on us, and we're going to bring the full arsenal, all the horns and everything up to the Big Valley stage, and it's going to be an awesome time there. So that's on the August 1st.
So have you done Big Valley before?
We did the songwriter stage last year. Yeah.
Okay.
But this will be our first time on the big stage.
Big and loud.
Big Valley is one of my favorite events of the year. I never got to play the main stage, but we did play the beer garden. And I'll tell you, it is one of the most intimidating beer gardens you will ever face, with a crowd size of anywhere between 12 and 15,000 people. So just wanted to send hats off to Big Valley for recognizing good talent. They've always had a good eye, and they've not always shied away from taking chances. So big props to Big Valley Jamboree for supporting up-and-coming talent. Let me know, tell me what your socials are. Where can people reach out to you on Twitter, Instagram, all those places?
Okay, so on Facebook, the Prairie States Band. Instagram is the Prairie States, and Twitter is just Prairie States.
You didn't follow Nice Horse's first rule, which is line up all your socials. Gentlemen, please take lots of behind-the-scenes photos from the video shoot. I am booking an appointment right now to check in with you guys on Valentine's Day so we can help debut the release of the video. Please keep in touch and let us know what's going on at all times. We are very pleased to be able to spend some time with you today, and we're going to include some links to the Spotify. Give me one song that people can grab right away that will be the calling card. Which one do we want to direct people to first?
Oh, I think we all have differing opinions on that. But, right now, Just Maybe is the one that we're pushing, and we didn't know what the second single was going to be when we were getting ready to do it. and it was feedback from fans.
Yeah.
You know, people who bought the record in hard copy, you know, online streaming. The feedback was that you guys need to release Just Maybe. So it was the second single, and an obvious choice in our eyes. So.
Awesome. Thanks very much, guys. It's the Prairie States. You will find all of the links to their social media in the description below, as well as a link to Spotify. And go check out the song Just Maybe. Joining us today on the Shiloh Bellis YouTube channel, the Prairie States. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.